Welcome back to Game, Set and Chat. I'm Robert,
And I'm Yoni.
and today is day 7 of the Australian Open, and we're excited to bring you all of the latest highlights and big wins and losses from the day. Yoni, what's happened in today's tennis?
So Stan Wawrinka has played his last Australian Open. He's played over 20 Australian Opens. What do you think about that?
Amazing. I mean, he's just turned 40. He's the oldest player to play in the Open since I think 1978 in the Australian Open. And he went out to Taylor Fritz, who obviously was a deserved winner. And he had a great match in the round 2. He is a great player. He's won the Open 3 times. He's Swiss and brought a lot of fun and class to the tennis tournaments over the last 20 years. He's still going to be around tennis. I think he's going to be going into some coaching and some other elements of what he's going to be doing in his career, but great guy.
Yep, it's always the Swiss people making it.
Very true. We love our Swiss friend Roger, and I wonder whether he's going to follow in his footsteps and do a lot of business as well, because Roger's gone on and, been involved in shoe companies. He's big in Uniqlo, and that's sort of the trajectory for these players afterwards, that they get into fashion and other brands that they can then put their names behind.
Yeah, so they can keep making money or they're retired. So Novak played a great match today. He was playing against Botic. I think he was playing one of his best matches. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, he beat him 3 sets to love, and it was a longer match, so Novak definitely had to pull out more energy for that, but he's looking extremely strong, I've got to say. There's obviously a long way to go. We're only halfway, but Novak so far hasn't really been challenged properly, and he's had a nice draw each round. So hopefully that'll continue, and some of the other big names might start dropping out in the next round as they play each other, and give Novak that opening to maybe get to that glorious final.
Yep, he's been looking very fit this tournament. He was playing very fast on court today. Yeah, so that's for Novak. Casper Ruud played against Silic. I think the US champion one time. That was a amazing match. Obviously, Casper Ruud won. Casper Ruud could have played better, but yeah.
So Casper did what was needed and he got through really well. Regardless, a win is a win. But what's interesting for Casper is that his partner is expecting a baby any day, basically, and he may well not even see out the tournament. So he's probably in like two minds. He's, rooting for his partner who's having a baby, and on the other hand, he's probably like, keep your legs crossed until at least next Sunday, or at least until I go out, because he doesn't want to have to cut short his Australian Open.
Yep, and also it doesn't really matter because he's anyways getting the ATP points every win. Um, that's the most important thing, and he does want to win a few tournaments. He's won the Madrid Open in 2025, and that's it. I think that was his only win in 2025. Musetti was playing Thomas. Musetti played against Thomas, I think a qualifier, and he beat him. And I don't think Musetti was playing a great match. I think his backhand was playing really good.
Look, Musetti's a really nice player, still young on the tour, got lots of years of tennis left in him, and he's done well to get to some of the other open sort of quarterfinals. We actually watched him. We saw him on court 1 at Wimbledon a couple of years ago as he played, and we enjoyed watching him. And I think for the Italians, they've now got 3 Italians through to the next round, as well as the US teams on both men's and women's who've got lots of their players going through. So you can start to see some of the different countries forming, bigger blocks within the latter stages of the tournament.
Yeah, it's like an Olympics. Maybe the whole year could be an Olympics. So Sinner played against Elliott. Sinner was playing a really great serve games. He did a few aces, and what do you think about that?
Sinner's the man to beat. He hasn't lost in the Australian Open, I think, in 17 or 18 matches now. He's the reigning champion. He's the world number 1 or 2. I think it's still sort of like very close between him and Carlos, but he's looking really strong. I mean, other than, and I will raise this, he did have in the third set a serious issue with cramp. And that's not the first time that that's happened to Sinner. You remember late on in the winter season in, I think it was China, he had to go off during a tournament and retire through cramp. And I wonder if that might be a recurring problem coming up in his legs. And as the tournament goes on, you may see something like that come up again. So it'll be interesting to see how Sinner's body reacts going forward and what he's doing to make sure that he has the stamina to stay in these matches.
Yeah, obviously Sinner's like 25, 24. He definitely has the body to do it. If the injuries keep coming in, he will be able to do it.
Fun fact that they use at Wimbledon and they bring it out at some of the other opens is that when you have cramp, the thing that they make you drink and they bring on court for these players is pickle juice. Yes, pickle juice, pickled cucumbers, and the juice from these pickled cucumbers apparently eases with the acid the cramp.
Wow, that's like not normal. So the men that are going through to the fourth round is Mensik, Novak, Sinner, Ben Shelton, Casper Ruud, and Fritz.
So agree with you. There were some great wins. There's some great matches coming up in the fourth round, actually. So for me, on the men's side, the ones that really watch are Shelton versus Ruud. That's going to be a blockbuster. Musetti's got to play Fritz. Medvedev has got to play Tien. And Bublit's got to play De Minaur, and Alcaraz, Tommy Paul. So some really great fourth round matches coming up.
The best match I'm looking for is probably Carlos Tommy Paul. For me, I think Carlos Alcaraz is going to win it, but it'll probably be a 5-set match.
Very good. Well, let's look at the women's. What happened in the women's side of the Open today?
So the defending champion, Keys, Madison Keys, won a great match today. Great serves and great forehands. She played against Carolina. Not a great player.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think what's coming clear in the draw now is that, first of all, there's a lot of American women still playing. And the standout American match, actually, in the fourth round, now that they're both through, is Pegula versus Keys. So the 6th seed Pegula will play Madison Keys, number 9th seed. That will be an interesting match. And again, on the women's side, you're still now going to see different seeds playing each other. Expect some upsets. And there's a qualifier still in it, Inglis from Australia. So they'll be rooting her on as well.
Yep, she's a great player. I've seen a few matches of her. So Anisimova beat Peyton today. I don't think she played a great match, and she could definitely do better.
Anisimova can do better, but she's still there. A win is a win. I think that's the key thing in the first week of any of these tournaments, is just being clear to get through each match, get into that second week, and then really come into your own in terms of the play. She hasn't also played any big guns at all so far, or any sort of legacy players, and she's looking really strong. She seems to just have got her head down, is trying to see if she can get the year kicked off, maybe with a final. So that wraps up another day's tennis. We're looking forward to the Sunday play and then into the second week of the Australian Open.
So that was day 7 of the Australian Open. This is Game Set and
Chat.